Success comes in various packages, and there are various ways of celebrating and rewarding success. Lady Josephine Nwaeze, Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer, is a Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, as he's been honored with the Fellowship of the Society recently in Abuja. Inside Business Africa was there. We will be talking about this. Also, prior to that particular event, the Lady Josephine Nwaeze delivered a very powerful lecture at the Maitama branch of the symposium of that particular society, a branch of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We bring you also highlights from that event. This is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. Hello, a very good day to you and thanks for joining us. My name is Kenneth Odushola Stevenson and this is Inside Business Africa, Africa's business news and information leader. I'll be delighted to be announcing this today on this program. Inside Business Africa, which has been on since 1995, is now transmitting on various cable channels, including DSTV, across Nigeria and across African continent, and is also transmitting on a very important station in Houston, Texas. And Inside Business Africa has continued to celebrate milestones, business success, and creating value for clients and the industry. We continue to do this over the years. Talking about celebrating success, today we will be celebrating a very important personality, Lady Josephine Nwaeze, Managing Director and Chief Executive of News Engineering Nigeria Limited. Like you may have heard on the highlight, Nigerian Society of Engineers deemed it fit to confer the highest honor ever to a lady that has put in so much into the construction and engineering sector via her platform, News Engineering Nigeria Limited. That particular organization has put in over 40 years into the engineering and construction sector, precisely the power sector in Nigeria. And the Nigerian Society of Engineers, being the largest body of professional engineers in the world, has decided to confer her with the fellowship of the association because of her contribution, her resilience, her entrepreneur savvy, and everything she has done in building a society, human capital, and industries, and indeed Nigeria. Take a listen to this documentary. The Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSE, has honored the Chief Executive Officer of News Engineering Nigeria Limited, Lady Josephine Nwaeze, with the prestigious Honorary Fellowship, which is the highest honor a member can attain in the NSE. Lady Josephine Nwaeze, during her conferment in Abuja on Monday, 1st May 2023, reaffirmed the commitment of News Engineering Nigeria Limited, which is 40 years old, to work assiduously in promoting excellence in the engineering sector, as well as the entire infrastructure value chain, while contributing to the progress of Nigeria. According to her, her conferment has shown that the little the News Engineering Nigeria Limited are doing is recognized in the society.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and thank you for creating time to witness my conferment ceremony as an Honorary Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. As Henry Petrosky once said, science is about knowing, engineering is about doing. While I am not an engineer by profession, I am honored that my passion, contributions to the engineering profession through news engineering, and dedication to doing and making a positive impact in our society is being recognized today. I would like to pay special tribute to my late husband, Tasiu Sa'ad Gidari Wudil, the founder and first managing director of News Engineering. Before I go on, can we please be standing to give him 1 minute standing? Okay. May his soul and the souls of all departed rest in peace. His vision and dedication laid the foundation for companies' successes. His spirit continues to inspire us as we work tirelessly to improve the lives of Nigerians by providing innovative engineering solutions that drive sustainable growth and prosperity.
Speaking further on the fellowship conferment and the role of News Engineering Nigeria Limited, Lady Josephine Nwaeze said,
I wish to acknowledge the exceptional leadership of the President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and members of the Council of the Nigerian Society of Engineers for finding me worthy of being conferred with this revered honorary fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, even though I am not a trained engineer, but one by association. I am deeply grateful to the Nigerian Society of Engineers for this recognition, which I share with the entire news engineering team. My heartfelt appreciation goes to my family, my friends, my mentors, who have supported me in this journey. As I accept this esteemed honorary fellowship, I reaffirm my commitment to work even more assiduously in promoting excellence in the engineering field and contributing to the progress of our great nation. God bless the Nigerian Society of Engineers and Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless news engineering. God bless you all.
The President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Tasiu Gidari Wudil, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers during the conferment, said Lady Josephine Nwaeze was conferred with the honorary fellowship because of her contribution to national development through her engineering company, News Engineering Nigeria Limited.
I am delighted to welcome you all to this auspicious occasion of the conferment of honorary fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers on Lady Josephine Nwaeze, the indefatigable Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the News Engineering Nigeria Limited. For the benefit of non-engineers witnessing this event today, I want to present some background information. The Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers is the highest class or membership grade that an engineer can aspire to. It bestows honor and prestige on the holder and also signifies the quantum of contribution that the holder has made to the advancement of the profession in his or her field of practice. Out of the total membership strength of over 65,000 members, only 2,780 as members are fellows. It is a major feat to find yourself among the fellows. The Memorandum and Article of Association of the Society provides a place for eminent non-engineers who are designated as affiliate members. The highest class in the affiliate membership category is also the honorary fellow. To be elected as an honorary fellow of the society, one must be a distinguished personality whose position has been or is enabled to render assistance in prospection of the public works, or a person eminent in science and experienced in pursuit connected with the profession of engineering, just like Madam.
Speaking further on the importance and contributions of News Engineering Nigeria Limited and the Chief Executive Officer, Lady Josephine, to the Nigerian Society of Engineers and the profession, Engineer Wudil said, apart from the excellence engineering works that News Engineering Nigeria Limited have been doing, the company also stands as a strong firm member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, a very valued member, and Lady Josephine Nwaeze has done a lot to bringing the company to where it is today.
Yes, the celebrant is Mrs. Josephine Nwaeze. She is the Managing Director of News Engineering, and this is an engineering company that has employed over 200 engineering personnel. With only that, we can recognize news engineering as a contributor to the development of engineering in Nigeria. apart from the engineering work they have been doing, we also, News Engineering is a firm member of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and a very valued member. And she has done a lot to bring the company to where it is today. They have done a lot of contracts, a lot of engineering jobs in the Nigerian power sector. So that is what qualified Mrs. Josephine Nwaeze, and the council approved her fellowship in March. So today we have conferred the fellowship on her, which is the tradition of the Nigerian Society of Engineers for the president to confer the fellowship on the honorary fellow.
The conferment ceremony was preceded by a lecture with the theme Navigating Business Streets in a Volatile Business Environment, Survival Strategies for Private Business, delivered by His Royalty, Engineer Oti Sayenji, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Fellow of the Nigerian Academy of Engineering, and past President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. According to Engineer Oyenji, corruption is one of the reasons the power sector is not developing optimally despite the huge needs.
Her success is a success for Nigeria, a success for Nigerian women, a success for women all over the world. She came up onto the scene at a time the federal government had identified one of the projects they were involved in as the flagship project for the transmission projects of the National Integrated Power Projects. And the head of state, through the Minister of Power, flagged off those transmission projects on her site. And not long after that, she became the chief executive officer of that. And thankfully, that project has been completed and is being put into use, just like scores of other projects that News Engineering has been doing. And she has carried on with that very responsible manner, very virtuous manner. And so that is why I say that what she has been able to do goes to speak to what women can do. And I thank God for continuing to bless you and bless News and bless Nigeria through your diligence and hard work.
The ceremony also had in attendance NSE Board of Fellows led by the chairperson, Engineer Ebele Okeke, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers and CFR, who earlier spoke on the importance of the fellowship and the conferment on Lady Josephine Nwaeze.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to stand before you as the chairman of the Nigerian Society of Engineers Board of Fellows and College of Fellows for the year 2023. On behalf of the Board of Fellows, I sincerely welcome you all to this occasion of this Honorary Fellowship Conferment Lecture and Ceremony of Nigerian Society of Engineers. Ladies and gentlemen, I respectfully welcome our Honorary Conferee, Lady Josephine Nwaeze. She is the Managing Director of News Engineering Limited, an engineering company founded by her late husband, Engineer Ojimadu Nwaeze, FNSE. May his soul rest in peace. Upon the tragic demise of her husband, she rose to become the Managing Director of the company. She has actually distinguished herself in the promotion of engineering, as well as performing creditably well in service and selfless support to the society.
The event also had in attendance Deputy President of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, Engineer Margaret Oguntala, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, seasoned engineers, friends and business associates of News Engineering Nigeria Limited. The highly appreciative Nwaeze family, the board, management and staff of News Engineering Nigeria Limited, represented by Mr. Chinedu Nwaeze, thanked NSE, friends, partners and family who came to share in the joy and celebration of the inspirational and savvy entrepreneur and professional par excellence, Lady Josephine Nwaeze, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers.
Today is a special day for all of us. In my message to my mom this morning, I said to her that this is the first time that she's celebrating her birthday since my father passed. Since my father passed, she's never celebrated any birthday. We hardly ever see her on her birthday. I think that those days like this are days for reflection and many tears. But today, and in the weeks leading on to today, I saw my mom beaming with joy. She was happy. In her photo shoot, she was very excited. I have never seen her look forward to anything like today in a very long time. So today is a special day. I would like to say thank you to every single one of you because you have also contributed to it. I know that everybody is busy with everything that they're supposed to be doing, so thank you so much for making our time to be here. Thank you to the Nigerian Society of Engineers for the award to my mom. I don't know if there's anybody that is more deserving. Engineer Lady Josephine Nwaeze. There is nobody as deserving. Forgive me, ma'am. FNSE. Congratulations, mom. After working with the engineers that you have, I'm sure you know how to fix bulb and lights by now. I'd like to say thank you to every single one who has made this possible. May God bless you. May God take you to your respective homes in good health. Thank you so much for coming. I pray that celebration will never cease from your homes. And I pray that whatever it is that you seek from God, that God will do.
The event, which coincided with the birthday of Lady Josephine Nwaeze, FNSE, saw Nigerian sensational vocalist Timi Dakolo perform to the delight of the audience.
Your life don't go make me shame. Your business go bring you gain. If you believe it, say amen. 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 Amen.
Well, let me say a very big congratulations to Lady Josephine Nwaeze on that important conferment of the Fellowship of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. We are very, very delighted to be associated with this important personality and the company. And indeed, 40 years will be celebrated in grand style in October 23rd to 29, and Inside Business Africa will continue to highlight these as we produce every week on this program, and we will also bring you highlights from that important event. It's going to be awesome, and I can assure you that, because this is an organization that is full of perfection. They do things when it is to be done, and they do it right. And we are very proud to be associated with News Engineering Nigeria Limited and Lady Josephine Nwaeze, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers. When we come back, we will also talk about her presentation at the Maitama branch of the Nigerian Society of Engineers recently. And that was before the conferment of the fellowship. That's to tell you that she has continued to deliver papers, lectures, thought-provoking papers at various events across the world, and indeed in Nigeria. Now, that happened in Abuja recently. Take a listen to this.
I am an engineer by association. I'm a trained lawyer and a management consultant by practice. So I'm here to deliver this paper on the industrialization. The presentation outline is going to follow this number: introduction, roles of private sector in industrialization, challenges of industrialization in Nigeria, solutions, and conclusion. By way of introduction, Industrialization refers to the process of transforming an economy such as that of Nigeria, which is an agri-based one, to a manufacturing-based one. The federal government has inaugurated several schemes in promoting agriculture, and this accounts for it being one of the highest contributors to Nigerians' GDP when compared to other sectors. However, the agri sector alone cannot put us on a map of developed economies. Therefore, industrialization should be supported as its critical aspect of economic development, capable of increasing productivity, high standards of living, and creating new jobs. Roles of private sector in industrialization. In Nigeria, we had always known that it is the private sector that drives the economy. So the private sector has played a significant role in the industrialization process, including manufacturing, construction, pharmaceuticals, power and transportation, amongst others. This has greatly helped in the achievement of the following: introduction of new technologies and expertise. You will agree with me that before now, we were not using smart meters. So due to new technologies, what we now use is smart meters. There are a lot of other new things that technology had introduced, but for time I may not be able to itemize everything. Economic development is also one of the roles private sector had played in industrialization. Private sector had also diversified into several areas like manufacturing, pharmaceuticals, like I did mention a few minutes ago. Establishment of manufacturing plants, production of various goods and services, provision of infrastructure, research and development, then creation of employment. These are all the roles that private sector plays in industrialization. And as a private sector player, News Engineering is already in the business of industrialization. You can see the drawing up there. We have construction of electrical substations, which is at the right hand of the board. And we are also into renewable energy development. That's the first on the board. And we also manufacture smart meters and manufacturing of AC and DC panels, as well as concrete poles. And just recently, we are also servicing the real estate sector by procuring a machine that produces over 5,000 blocks in a day, as well as brick blocks of different sizes, like 6 inches, 8 inches, as well as interlocks. These are all the areas that we had engaged in industrializing the economy in our own way. However, in doing this, there are a lot of challenges that had been experienced in the course of industrialization in this area. Number one is poor infrastructure. Everyone knows that we had infrastructure problem in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we don't have good roads, we don't have adequate electricity. So these are the things that facilitate industrialization. And then I want to talk about inadequate regulatory framework. We have them, but they are not adequate. Another challenge experienced in industrialization is inadequate skilled labor. I'm happy that there are young engineers in our midst, and some people are from Nile University. So this is a very commendable thing on the Nigerian Society of Engineers by exposing these young ones to what we are doing. That way they will learn the skill and learn it properly. Then we have weak institutional support. Our institution is very weak in supporting industrialization. I will cite an example of what happened during the COVID. In foreign countries around the globe, during the COVID, companies were being supported. Their staffs were being paid just to make sure they don't retrench their workers. They were being paid, but it's not the same as Nigeria. The indigenous companies were left to bear the burden of the COVID just alone. So our institution should learn to support indigenous companies such that they will not lay their workers in times like this. So these are one of the challenges being experienced through industrialization. And then we have inadequate market linkages. I'm happy that one of our speakers mentioned that we were together at Ethiopia. And one of the papers that was presented, there was need for African countries to have link with one another. That way they can trade without any limitation. Some were even saying that there should not be any visa with traveling within the African countries. So there has to be very clear linkage between one African country and another if we really want to industrialize. And then a serious insecurity problem, a serious challenge in industrialization is insecurity problem. Every day we wake up to hear one problem in insecurity and the other. We have people are being kidnapped. This is also hampering, the growth of industrialization in our country. And we do hope that the oncoming or incoming administration will be able to fight insecurity, because it's really, affecting our economy in a very serious way.
Well, that's about all we have time for on Inside Business Africa today. Let me once again congratulate Lady Josephine Nwaeze, Fellow of the Nigerian Society of Engineers, on this important milestone, 40 years, News Engineering Nigeria Limited. Like she always says, we are believing that news engineering will continue to make greater news as we look forward to another 40 years. Watch out for the celebration of that 40 years milestone on October the 23rd and 29th. It's going to be awesome. A week-long an event. It deserves it because she has put in so much into bringing News Engineering Nigeria Limited to where it is today. And the professionals behind the whole, the cutting, putting everything together are also being celebrated. It's been Kenneth Odushola Stevenson presenting Inside Business Africa. Thank you again for watching. See you next time.